Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition here of FROSTPUNK gameplay. So we're now in our second episode here of our web series, and wanted to take a few quick peeks here of what we're doing, just to catch everybody up on what we've got going on. So in our last one, we just made it through our second day, so we're past the really cold stage. We're kind of into the step up warm stage, so we're not quite at 0, but we're at negative 20. We were at negative 40, as you can see here at the top. So now we are we got a couple of people have died. We are trying to play catch up a little bit, but we're still in good shape here. Things are still good. Now, the one thing that we have to do, we have been researching some. We've been trying to get as many things into heat. We've been trying to get the bunkhouse stuff done. One thing that I wanted to try to attempt to do is I wanted to try to get away from necessarily just trying to, you know, amass all of these ridiculous amounts of resources. I really wanted to try to move myself into getting the coal production, sawmill production, steel production, get that stuff up and going and having it automated with workers. That way, once we start bringing in people, we can work, we can make more hunters, get more food. I seem to have a problem is the more that I play this of really not having enough food to go around. So as of right now, I'm doing the best that I have done. For people from the convoys, if you look down your bottom left there, rescuing survivors from Lost Expedition, that is next. Now we are researching, right now we are researching heaters, as will allow us to put heaters inside of our medical buildings, which we can kind of put those a little bit further away from the generator at this point. That way we can add housing around that if we need to. Food is okay, a little bit short. And also we are waiting, I'm trying to, we're fixing to send the convoy out to the Lost Expedition. So, once we get and hit play here, I just want to make sure that I catch myself up and we see what we've got. So we've got 9 of 15 over here on the wood crates. We definitely wanted some more wood. We're short from wood crates. So I am going to do one more and see if I've got anybody. See, I don't have any workers to send there either because we've got them all at various places. So want to try to get these guys out, because once we go and actually, you know, once we zoom out here, once we go to the Lost Expedition, we should find some resources. We'll find people there, and those people should be coming back to us. So let's go ahead, let's see what's going on here. Let's hit play. Let's see how we do here. Cool thing is, it's all done in real time. So we've got these guys going out to steel production. No, all those are our hunters and gatherers. All right. I do feel that we are short some people. So we are pretty much to the point now where it looks like heaters need to be done. So we are going to go ahead and fast speed up. There's really no point in us just, you know, we just need to kind of chillax at this point. Let things run their course. We're going to have to get out and get some coal going as well. So that'll probably be our next day will be spent with coal. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's pull these guys back over here. Let's have them go up and let's get on the coal pile here. Now, also, we don't have these engineers here at the cookhouse can be going down. See, this is where I always get a little bit stuck. We're going to at least get this coal and get this coal production back in. 17 hours of coal left, so we got to get the coal production going. That was one night when everything seemed to be going pretty good. So medical post, it is functioning, although it would be nice to have that one more. They're fixing all get ready for their main work day here. So we still got 2 here. Now the cookhouse doesn't need anybody right now because it's inoperative, mainly because we don't have, we do have the stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's just see what these do. Alright, so here comes our 100 people. So let's at least, I'm gonna have to pull a couple off here. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and let's send our Lost Expedition out. Scouts number 1 sent. so that'll be there. So this is almost done here. Technology trees almost chummed up, ready to rock and roll. What else we got here? Alright, good. Heaters are researched. That really doesn't help us that much in this particular scenario. So that's good. We still can add heaters in there. So let's go ahead and let's look through a few things. Sawmills is good. You know, we're going to need some more stuff in there. So I'm going to also look at bunkhouses are ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead 20 and 10. So we've got 29 and 78. So we'll need more. Let's go ahead. Let's let's see what we'll do. Let's do faster gathering. That's 10. Let's do that. Try to get your tier 1 stuff up and get that kind of up and ready to rock and roll. Now we've got some food rations in there, which is good. We've got some, we've actually got some raw food as well in there. They're using that to cook, so that's cool. I feel like we're doing okay. I would like a little bit more coal, but it's always a little touch and go, and all of a sudden it's like boom. Whenever you need that extra kick in the pants, they always come through. So the one thing that we can do is we need to look at building a road into one of our sawmills. We do have that ready to go. We did the research on the sawmill, yes. So we could. Now we might not have enough. Let's see what we got. Workshop, resource, sawmill, 10 wood. Oh, sweet. Alright, so here's the thing. We're going to need to get us a road out there. Now, we do have this road here, but that really doesn't get us close enough to do the to do all of this. Now, the way that these work is you'll place these around the outside to, you know, to be able to get as much of your trees and much of the stuff as we can. So we're going to have to build a street out to there. So let's do, let's do this here. Alright, so let's do that. It's going to build that street in, because we're going to need that street off to this particular wood pile here. Now, it took a good bit of wood, and that's okay. It's alright. I mean, we're just not going to be able to get it, but I want to make sure we're getting production from the other stuff as well. Alright, so 24. Oh yeah, let's do this. Now, I'm not going to turn the heaters on yet. I guess we could, because both of these are chilly. Now if we raise that up, we're going to use more coal per deal here. So we got 4 engineers in that one. Now what you can do, I'll tell you what, let's do this. There's nothing in that one. Okay. Alright, I'm just trying to catch the bearings here. So everything's in livable, so that's okay. The only one that's comfortable is the hunter's hut here, which is, I guess it's just because it's so cold. I mean, so close there. Alright, so they're at least getting that in. Okay, so that's, alright. Alright, so into the end of that end of that workday. Faster gathering's up at 69, so they're going to stop right there. At this point, I don't have enough workers around unless, let's go in here and look at the child labor laws. See, we can't do any of that because we just signed the child shelters. Now, we can put them as medic apprentices, which, you know, here you go. Children's shelters will help at medical facilities, so raising their efficiency. That's not a bad deal. And then the engineers, well, children from child shelters will help at workshops, speeding up research. Now, they're always going to, I think anytime you do this, they always, I don't know, always give you a little bit extra in there. So let's look at medic apprentices. Seems to be the thing we want to do, maybe? Should we do medic? I believe we should do medic. Let's do medic. Medic apprentices.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
It's good to let kids learn. Sure, well, it's surely better than letting them bum out all day. There you go. Alright, and then our road is going to need to connect to there. But we need to wood. Alright, so there go our hunter-gatherers are going back out again. Now I'm waiting on these guys right here because they're the ones that's going to bring us the news of what is going on. Alright, so the scouts have reached the... Whoops. Alright, so we got, what we got? We got 4 children, 10 engineers, 22 workers. So that's great. So now they are going to work themselves back in another 5 hours. By the time we get up to the next morning, they will be here. So let's just see what happens. Let's see if we make it. Just like where it gets good. I really don't have anything I can do except wait it out. So I am, just for right now, Hunter's Hut, they are functioning right now. I am going to pull these guys off of, no. Yeah, let's do this for right now. Let's get this coal pile, let's get this, we got to get one of these going because we're running really low on our coal. Which is amazing that we were at like a ridiculous amount. Alright, where is everybody? Alright, scouts are returned. Alright, good. So we have some more workers. Great. Oh. Cutscene. Alright, yay. We'll look for the others. Sure we will. Yeah, no. Okay. Now let's pause just for a minute here. Let's get this right. So we got 35 more workers, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and raise the max on this coal pile, and let's also throw the max number on that one. Let's also grab another coal pile and let's throw the max number on that one. 13 engineers. Now at some point we'll pull the engineers back down here. We'll turn the heaters back on, but we got to get that coal back up because we're fixing to get to a really cold night. It's going to drop back down to -40. So let's get that ready and let's get it going here. Come on, FTG, come on. You can do it. Find another settlement. Alright, so that's another deal here. Alright, let's get
The work shift starts.
Okay. So now we're going to start pulling in some other stuff here. Going to work. Sure. Alright, so that one's back up. Yes, that one's going back up. Alright, so the sick, they're doing okay. They probably could do a little bit better there. We could always pull the one engineer. And let's put him back over here. Oh, we've got 5 there. That's the one we need, the one extra there. There we go. Alright. So coal's going back up, which is good. And at some point here, we need to go ahead and get some wood crates. We've got 15 and 15 there. Alright, just wonder why people do not have... Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's put the 100 back in there. Can we fill this one up? Not yet, because we don't have employees available for that. Food has got to be made. Let's get that going. Here's food coming back in here. And 15, so we got 7 workers left. We feel like we're missing one. Do we have any engineers, obviously. It's going to be 9 in an hour. 6 to 6, so 15 units. Research upgrades significantly increase the yield hunt. Alright, so let's just look and see what we got. Let's add some new research. Faster gathering, resource depot upgrade. So this will be all on exploration. Food, health, and shelter. Hothouse, hunter's gear. How many hours are we talking here? It was 10, so we're going to get some more wood to do any more research. But we got to get that coal production up. So we got 2 is hungry or starving. We got raw food. I'm not sure why the cookhouse here is not producing. I guess they are. They're just a little slow on that. That coal pile. That one's doing okay. Now we're just looking here too. We got 318, 317 out of that. We got about another 312. So those two are both about equal. Now I did have some more that I was asking these guys to go to. Now, we got 7 going to this one. We got a few coming out of this. We're producing, it should be about 9 an hour. So we're fixing to stop here, and I feel like we're just really short on our coal production. It is what it is. Wait, 14 hours signing log. Thank God. Alright, I wanted to put them in and have them run 24 hours to get the people quit dying. We got none available left. Alright. Alright, no roof. What's this one? 2 days to provide shelter for 18 people. 37. 2 days for 18. That's 2. Let's try this because it'll be a success if we can get it. It's gonna be a tall order. Let's have to pull some guys over to the wood crate. So let's pull these guys over. Just have them come over tomorrow. 7 there. And I guess right now, research-wise, we can pull those guys off because we're not going to have a reason. We're not going to have a reason to research anything. Yeah, because we're probably... Oh, coal's okay. Let's go ahead and keep things going here. Yeah, you're doing fine, all things considered.
Work time. Get moving.
Shelter, observatory, crash site. Let's send them out here. Yeah, send them somewhere close. We'll see what kind of supplies or if anything they bring back. Alright, first things off, let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's go ahead and let's finish out our road. Let's get our road built in so we can connect it to the generator, which is what we really have to do. 2 wood, there we go. So that is going in. And then that'll leave us, whoops, not that one. That'll leave us right now. We can go ahead and build a sawmill. We can stick it up here as close up into this as we can. So there's that. So once that starts going in, those guys will go over there and build that. But right now they're picking up this last bit here. coal's going up. We just got to work on that food. Just got to work on that food. Okay, hunter's hut here is okay. We still got that one left there. All right, temperature map. So we're fixing to get into another cold snap. All right, so now we're going to provide shelter. Alright, so I guess as we're kind of here at a decent particular point here in the game, there's a few sections that I feel like are extremely pivotal. And I feel like at some point I always want to second guess what I'm doing. I want to second guess everything that is about this. Well, I think some games just naturally do that anyway. But what I'm going to, well, hopefully attempt to do here, if we can swing this, we've got enough coal, we get tree production up, then I can really not worry about any more of these crates. I can leave the crates as they are here for an emergency situation, but we should have everything pretty much square to go. So here is, these are the cool ones. I'm kind of looking for this. This was great. This came through today. So we've got area effects. So you've got House of Prayers, you've got Sawmill. So the Sawmill is only going to pick up whatever we put in its path, the trees that are out there. So once those trees are depleted, we'll have to move the sawmill, knock it down, and build another one, or we'll have to leave it where it's at. But anyway, that's where it is. And our hope keeps falling down, mainly because we're using temporary modifiers as an adults are dying. And I'm not sure exactly what they are dying from. Hopefully we'll, catch that. So I am going to go ahead and throw about 5 engineers, and I'm going to pull 4 workers out somewhere else. Let me find some. Right, so there's 4, so that will throw the rest of them in there. Alright, so 10 and 10, so there you go. So now we are good. Everything in this area right here is what they're doing. Now you can see it's 1124. So they're gathering wood now, which is great. So we'll just let them do their thing. Let's see where we've got other people. So we got 4. Gosh, we really just are just a big shortage of people. So I don't have anybody over here researching nothing.
End of shift. Go rest all you can.
Alright, so we'll get that going there. Alright, shelter says 14 to 22, so now we need one more place. They got that's going. It's at least chilly. That's what they needed. All right. Let's see what we can add any research for them to come in next time. Couple things. So hot house is basically something they can come in and use. Kind of like growing crops, those kinds of things. So that's what we can look for on that. Outside of that, let's back up and see here. There goes the hunter-gatherers. 14 there, 2 engineers, 7 workers. We got 5 and 5 up there on the top. That house is almost built. I would like to go ahead and see if we can get this hope to stop going down, and that's all pretty much going down because of. Sucks. That's going down because of this one right here. Radical treatment versus sustained life. We probably need to make one of these, but hope will rise or discontent will rise. So that's probably radical treatment's probably what I'm gonna go with. Sustained life, hope will rise, but discontent will rise slightly. So both of these are going to give you hope and discontent both. It's a question of which one do you want. agree with you. Yeah, we'll take up beds. Yeah, I just really don't want to do that. Remain a burden. I just can't deal with the burden right now.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Alright, good. Shelter promise, so hope's going up some. Good deal. That's what we like to see. So hope is going up some. Yeah, that's great. Now we've got these guys going to crash site. Hopefully they'll bring something back, and then we'll send them back over to the next yellow dot. We got 2 hot houses, and they still can't produce enough food. Typical. So come on, hunters, you guys y'all gotta come through with some food here. Let's add our next research here. Hunter's gear is going to bring snowshoes and enhanced camouflage. Hunters setting out from the hoods will return with more raw fruit meat, up to 20. Right now they're at 15. Trying to find the one that we can really do here. That's 10. Yeah, we'll have to go there. Always need to be researching something once the time comes in. So they're going to be there in 2 hours. There's really not much more we can do right now. Alright, scouts have reached the crash site here. Let's see what they've got going on. Okay. Ooh, rooster. Oh, food. So we got 145 tree. Or wood, and we got 45. Sweet. Alright. Alright, good deal. Alright, so now we need to send these guys back to here. So now they're coming back, bringing back everything. Sweet. So we got to survive 8, but we're going to have a lot of nice resources. That's what I mean. Sometimes at the perfect amount of time, you get what you need. Alright, so now we're going to really set in our freeze, which really stinks, but you know. Yeah, you can keep going for a while like this until it got one hungry and one starving. That's great. Alright, so steel's up. Trees, coal is okay. We won't have the trees. Are going to be. We could go ahead and get a. Where is our wood pile? That's what I want to see. Let's look at the wood pile. Where's it at? We got tons of coal. See, this one when it started out, I feel like it did not have a lot of the wood. Which don't.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
There it is. So there's that. So we've at least got that going. Alright, we've got 5 in here.
Move! Time to get to work.
That one's on. Okay, good deal. Just making sure all our heaters are on. That's also going to use the coal at an alarming rate, so. Right now everyone's accounted for. So we got some guys going over to coal. We got some trees coming in, which is great. So now we're going to have to start backing off here and getting in the second one, which will be nice. And we do need to get working on that second. So we need to find another settlements first. But right now, Hope is doing okay. We're still right at the 50% mark. Discontent is fairly low. We've signed some decent laws in the books. Maybe got to look at a few more when we get to that point. But for right now, it's looking okay. Alright, so here come the hunters, and they've got 42 food rations. Now hopefully they bring in some raw food here. Hopefully. Steel production is really good. So that'll probably be the last one. I'm looking around here. We've got quite a bit of steel in here. We've got a ton of coal, so we've got a lot that we can go ahead and salvage out of this place before. The wood crates are what we didn't have. Sweet. 45 on the food rations. Oh man. Heck yeah. So now all we're really doing, let's go ahead, let's send these guys out. Let's send sturdy shelter. Sure. Alright. 21 hours by tomorrow, around 8 or 9 they'll be there. Hunter's gear is coming up, so this one will be next to better snowshoes, enhanced camouflage. Hunters will set out more up to 20 raw food per hunt, which is great. So we've got 2 of those, so we should have 20 to 40 per raw hunt, and they can make those food rations out of that as well. So we just put the overdrive on our thing just to get our temperature up on everything out here. So we're losing some guys to frostbite. That's not good. It's getting cold in there, Captain. So we got these 10, 3 there. We got 10 on that one, 10 on that pile. Now what we got? We got 6 to 9. We got 15 there. 10 there, 14. Alright. Oh man, look at this wood production. It's going through the roof. Alright. Let's pull all these guys. Sweet. Hunter's gear is researched. Go ahead and right now I'm just going to go ahead and put them on another coal pile. Alright, that coal pile was depleted. See how fast you run out of these things. 15 there. 10 there. Perfect, easy, smeezy. Let's get it going here. Functioning now, it's good. Alright, good. So everything's cool right now. So that one's gone. Not a problem. So now that that one's done researching, let's go ahead and get another one in the book here. Let's go ahead, exploration. Let's go ahead and get the coal going. 20 to 10 still. Perfect. So let's have that going there. And I am going to go ahead, while that's going, let's go ahead and sign the emergency shift. Discontent will rise slightly. Cool down, people work for the next. Alright.
New law! A new law has passed.
So now if we put everybody, and I mean everybody, 15 there in that hunter's hut, yes, 14, 5 there, 5 there. So if we put, so we got 5 in there. So let's put we got 15 there, 20. So we got all those guys pull it in coal. Well, I'm not sure where they are.
Workday ends. It's time off.
2 days shelter, that's 1 house. Not a big deal. Trying to see if we can spar the direction there for those guys to get out there and work on that stuff. Alright, so they're going there. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's just speed up time. That's all we can do. I'm not sure why the workers are not going out there, because they're supposed to be working on a 24-hour shift. But they're in free time right now. Got 18 in the medical beds. We're going to have to do something. when this work shift starts because I feel like I got duped. So we'll turn that, we're fixing to after this day. After the work day there, we should be okay because we're pretty much here, and the next day we're going to rise by 1 level. Then we're going to drop another level there within another couple of days. So 10 minutes here, they're going to be back with whatever supplies they got. Food's good. Scouts have reached the sturdy shelter. See what's there. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted on the heavy round door to all signers. If you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means no other city out there. Sign posted trail points in 2 directions: London and home, 27 miles. Sites discovered Steel Bridge. Oh my god, look at all those resources. Oh my god. Oh man. We're actually okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go do this because this should be quick. 12 hours, yes. We can survive for 12 hours. We got plenty. Got plenty to survive for 4 hours. This is getting good, fellas. This is getting good. This game is so challenging. I'm loving this. I'm falling in love with this title. This is amazing. Let's go ahead and get that shelter knocked out. Even if it's gonna be a little cold, though, just gonna have to deal with it for right now. We can go ahead and upgrade since we did the bunks. We can go ahead and start. Can we do bunks yet? We haven't researched that yet. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to research that. I think so. Now you can build more workshops if you wanted to employ more people, if you wanted to get more things researched at the same time. I eventually will do that. But as for right now, I really need to get the coal up and going here. And that is T. So once that happens, we're going to really be on the money when it comes to that. Now we also, if this gets high enough, which it is now, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to turn everything off, and we are going to shut this down for right now. Because we just don't need the people working on the wood. We're already at 290, so they've served its purpose. So let's go ahead, while we've got some daylight here, let's go ahead and get these full. Let's get the rest of all of these coal piles here depleted, and let's get ready. What we got on this one here? We got nobody left. All right, mild frostbite. Building abilities. New sign, new laws. You can unlock the abilities of some buildings. All right. Alright, so this generator should be okay. It's coming down. Heat range 1. Okay. First aim is when had before man as a result, the person won't be able to work. A care house or a prosthetics law. Oh, look at that! Heck yeah, man! Alright, let's see what we got at the care house. New building care house. Great little kept alive in the care house and no longer a burden medical post. Okay, that's great. We'll have to build. We'll shoot you out, of course. Let's get this going, peeps. What's wrong with us? Of course, let's do care house. Absolutely.
New law. A new law has passed.
Okay, provide shelter. Let's do this real quick here. Coal mining. All right. Coal pile depleted. Coal mine researched. Okay, they got that one. We're in that one. All right. Now, here's where your choices and decisions come in. Let's go ahead and add that guy there. So let's go ahead and real quick, let's add new research in. So food, health. Probably generator range needs to be next. 20 and 10. And then we probably need to do bunkhouse. I hope that wasn't the right. I hope that wasn't the wrong. I think that was the wrong one. We just need to get that coal built up, especially over the next couple of days. Food rations are going to come back in here in 6 hours. They're going to be there. They've already got all that right there. 104, 214 tree, as well as a steam core, which we'll talk about steam cores here in just a minute. Let's get some of these shelter stuff built. Here's the care house.
Building that there. Okay, good. You can. Alright. Upkeep 1 extra coal an hour. Okay. Well, once we have the coal mine up and going, we've got at least the production of that end started, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and let's look at one more tent. I don't really like my placement options for this, but nothing we can do about it for right now. There's no way for us to get close enough because we've got all of our stuff around the inside. Let's put it there. Shelter, it's better than nothing. So care house is going to get built. Provide shelter is going to get built. Settlement's the only last thing that we really lack. Oh man, this is going well. This is going well. No, I know I'm just so wrapped up into this. I'm really kind of looking at this, and I had to be careful not to let this go too far. Coming back in, there goes our hunters. Only thing that's problem is we really got to work on these sick. Care house, there we go. Bump up, let's see what there we go. What's it got? Nothing under chili. Go ahead and bump it out. Shelter promise, sweet. Hope's going to rise again. Urgent need for treatment. Alright. Alright, what we got? 3 days to emit 1/3. Open a metal post. Alright, so we already got one here. We just have not opened it. So we have none available here because we need engineers. Let's find out where our engineers are. Alright, let's pull all 7 of them. Let's put them there. Bump it up. Let's put your other guys over here. We got 3 more available. So even bumping that up still was not enough. No, not enough in this chili, and this one's just cold. Wow, alright. Waiting for the workers so they can come in there. Alright, scouts to reach the bridge to Winterholm. Functional first automaton. Alright, so science discovered a weather station's large convoy. Sweet. Alright, so stop the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge, spanning it even more so the huge automation sweeping snow from the roadway. It'll be possible to send the machine back to our city or disassemble it. We're going to obviously send this to the city because that's flipping awesome. Automation sent to the city, and this is the other part here now where we have to send our boys back to the city so they can bring all these wonderful resources back. So it's going to be a little while, almost 2 days there. Yeah, hope falls slightly. It always does. Oh, where? We got workers working. Eating, and treatment. Yes, healthcare promise fulfilled. Hope rises. Yes, I'm pumping, doing the fist pump. Let's go ahead and speed things up. Nothing we can do right yet. Temperature's going to come up, which is a fantastic thing. And we're fixing it up here to 6 amputees. What they got here? Care house, 20 people for every care house, half food rations per resident. Yeah, we kind of knew that. temperature rises here. We need to start getting the bunkhouses in. That's what we really need to kind of start doing. We've got 21 sick. What kind of patients we got in here? Workers, patients. Okay. All right. So this kind of puts us in a good place. Really, we got plenty of wood, and that's one of your biggest products that you need to get some things done. Let's pull some of these guys out. Let's put them all over here. Put everyone there. What else we got? Let's go ahead while we're at it. Thank goodness. Let's go ahead and throw 8 of them over there. Let's grab some more steel while we're at it. Actually, you know what? Let's just put them over here. We're going to grab the rest of this coal as much as we can before we set up a noose. Let's go and get something in the research plane right now. Oh, we got something in there right now.
The work shift starts.
Yes, it starts now. Alright, because once we have that, that is generator range. So that means anything in this second range. So we'll go back here. So we got everything in this yellow range is going to become red, and then it's going to go out one more ring. So with every upgrade on that, it gives you one more ring of usability with this right here. So Automaton is going to be cool once we get it here. He can do the work of an entire crew, which will probably send him to go ahead and kind of clean up all of the rest of these piles of stuff. Hunter-gatherers are coming in. We're actually doing really good on our food stuff. I'm really happy with that. This is going much better. So like every time I start this game over and play it, I learn a little bit more about maybe what to do, where to kind of fall in, and not necessarily where to get so hung up on. So just really got to get these medical people. We got to get them taken care of here. I'm a little, I would say I'm a little bit sideways on this, figuring out what's going on. We've got 6 to 20 here, but our posts are completely full, and just kind of like I'm just kind of wondering what the status is here. Workers, so they're working, resting, patients. So we got 20 people sick. So I guess this means we really need to build us something else medically. We got 2 amputees and 11 people being treated. 0 in palliative care. Okay, all right, so that coal pile's gone. So they are leaving that one. Well, let's just move you on over here. Get the rest of you fill this one, and the rest of you start on that one. Sawmill still hold. We don't really need that. Yeah. All right, yeah. That was good. That was a good move. We needed that move. We're still doing really good on food rations. Just got to get this number of sick down, which I guess the only ones really. Right, see, there we go. See, now they pulled our generator range out one more row here, so now everything's in the yellow, so that means our second row of houses can be done. So what I can do now is turn, gosh man, this is so good. Alright, so we're full on our trees. We literally cannot take any more. Oh boy. Oh, this is scary. Great. One of our people is facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene would kill him in a matter of hours. Right to refusal. Right to refusal. Okay, so we're in a good place here. So I tell you what, we are now 3:40. We're waiting on some things to get here. Looks like all of our scouts just got here, so I tell you what, let's go ahead and pick one more place to go ahead and send these guys. We got a large convoy into the weather station, so obviously they want us to go to the weather station, so that's where we are going to go. Then our automaton will be here in a day. So I tell you what, let's cut this one right here, and I tell you what, we will come back on the second video here. We will start our coal production. Let me go ahead and pause this as we're getting some guys over there to to the main area there to get them over here on this coal production. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and we'll save it here, and we'll come back into our next video. We'll start covering here some extra additive upgrades. We'll start upgrading some of our housing. We'll look at some other different little things. We'll try to get the coal mining up and running, sawmills up and operational, so when we need it we can use it. But right now we are literally full 444. Now we can do resource upgrade and upgrade that as well. We'll kind of hold off on that for the time being, but we'll probably look at replacing these houses, start getting some bunk houses in, start getting a few other things and kind of getting them in place. So it should be nice. We'll probably look at some food. We're really good on the food, so I'm really happy with that. We're able to process the raw food. We're able to get trees. Steel is in good shape. We've got 2 steel cores, which we'll actually probably see some of that in use here very soon. We're working on the last bits of our we'll call them lazy resources here, just kind of lounging around, and those very soon here will be depleted as well. So we're in a good place, I think. We'll continue with it. We've got to get that coal up just a little bit more, because we are using a little bit faster rate now that we have more people, more buildings, you know, etc., and we'll see what's happening. So thanks guys, I appreciate you coming, hanging out here with the video. I hope you've enjoyed these little you know 40-45 minutes, some 50-minute. Just want to try to find a good stopping place on these. So if you do, don't forget to like this, don't forget to throw a subscription on this, and I hope you continue to enjoy this series. We'll continue to roll FROSTPUNK here for a while, because I'm kind of getting addicted in this game. We'll still be rolling also our live stream save as well. But they're actually 2 totally different things, but we'll kind of keep up and see what we can do on that front and keep those fresh. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me here, and we'll see you here in the next video. Remember, life's a journey. Travel it well with us here, new live streams and all the other kind of things here, part of the channel. All kinds of driving sims, ATS, ETS, farm sim on the very near future. And also be on the lookout. Now this is as of the 27th of April that this video is being recorded. We are going to be looking at it here in the next week as we get this series really up and off the ground. Next week we're going to be bringing in a brand new ability in an optional what's the word I'm looking for, opportunity. That's what we're looking for. An optional opportunity for you guys to come and join us in a live stream, and then get a chance to win your own copy of FROSTPUNK here free of charge, all given up by our sponsors here at the channel. So it's absolutely fantastic opportunity for you guys to take in and take part of here in live stream. So anyway, that's it for me guys. We'll see you all in the next video. See you.